So I want to talk to you a little bit about a simple fact that I know that you understand, but perhaps it's something that you don't move through every day with at the front of your mind. And that simple truth is that everyone you ever encounter is fighting some kind of battle. They're in some kind of pain, some kind of struggle. Somewhere in their life, things aren't working how they want. And I want to illustrate this with a story. And this is not about me. This is just to illustrate the concept. So a few nights ago, I was over in San Diego with my buddy PJ Dixon, who some of you guys might know. And PJ and I wanted to go to the airport together because I hadn't seen him for a while. He already had someone picking him up in front. In fact, the super shuttle driver, Frank, was already at the hotel. And I wanted my guy Tam, who's an amazing guy in San Diego, who's for hire with his Tesla Model S. I want to take PJ and have that experience. So I explained to Frank, hey man, thanks for coming, but we actually don't need you to take PJ to the airport. He's going to drive with me so I can spend some time with my friend. And Frank, at that point, his ears turned off. I know sometimes in life all of our ears turn off, don't they? Frank's ears turned off. He muttered something about thanks for wasting my time. And he started walking away. So fortunately, I was able to shout, hey, Frank! Just like that, at the back of his head. He turned around and looked a little stunned. I told him to come back, and he did. And I explained to him that I understood that a lot of people in his life treat him like assholes and waste his time and don't treat him how he should be treated. And he agreed. And I explained to him that, hey man, I don't want to waste your time. In fact, I want to pay you for what you would have made taking my friend to the airport. In fact, I paid him more. And so in that moment, he had the opportunity to understand that this strategy, this program he was running of getting angry and disengaging wasn't helping him get the results he wanted in his life. But this is even more important. When I asked him what was going on, because I knew something was difficult in his life in that moment, something was upsetting him, maybe more than usual. He told me that his wife had just been diagnosed with cancer, and they didn't have great health insurance. They didn't have a lot of money. And Frank was under this tremendous pressure. For days, I think he'd been on the verge of exploding, and nobody in his life, not even his wife, could see his frustration. So fortunately, he and I had a man-to-man talk. We were able to talk about some strategies that he can use in his life to remain more patient, so that he can be more solid and more stable, and he can be the rock that his wife is going to need in the battle that she's fighting. So what I want to remind you of is that everyone you deal with, especially the people who react in ways you don't expect, or the people who react in your life, you know what I'm talking about, in ways that don't make you happy. I want you to consider adding it to your mindset that these people are in pain. The best thing you can do, if you have the skills, if you have the patience, if you have the compassion and love in your heart, is to give them the space to express their pain, not their story. Their story can fuck off, but express their pain. Create that space so they can work through it. And then you, as the calm, centered person, can give them new options. When people have new options, they have new behaviors. They see life in a different way. They can change their operating system and they can get better results. And isn't that cool that you can get better results by helping other people get better results? So that's something that was on my mind I wanted to share with you guys. I hope that as you listen to this, it unlocks some things in your brain and in your heart that you can add to your repertoire to become an even more awesome person in your life. Peace out. I love you. I'll see you later.